things done. How were they achieved? Some of it will be thanks to your family, for their encouragement, for their support. Some of it will be because of rivalry. Maybe you wanted to beat your brother, your sister, your friend in a certain examination. Maybe you wanted to be the first person in your family or your neighborhood to do something, to be the first at something. Think about the 10 things that you would prioritize as your achievements and how you got to do them. How did you achieve them? And how did that achievement make you feel? Did you just sit back, enjoy the moment? Or did you feel like a mountain climber that has got part way up Everest? You want to get to the next base, the next one, and so on until you reach the peak. You are on the way up. How do we go further? And what dangers lie ahead? There will be dangers. They will be in the form of setbacks, disappointments, and there will also be people who don't believe in us. Sadly, there may even be a few people who try and sabotage us along the way. But they are a minority. They're not the majority. How do we package our dream? How do we convey our dream? If I opened your Facebook account and looked on your page, how positive is your Facebook account? What does it say about you, about your ambitions, your attitude, your ideas, and the way you go about life? Do you lift people up, or do you want to pull them down? If you have a skill, do you share it? Do you impart it with others? All of us can do that. We can help others fulfill their dreams, and maybe in turn, they will help us fulfill ours. Because if one thing I've learned in life, it's by giving that we receive. That by giving, by sharing, by imparting, by nurturing and encouraging, that we find incredibly that happens to us too. So what are we doing to encourage others in their dream? Can we give them advice? Can we give them encouragement? Can we give them practical help? If we can't give them money, can we give them time? Can we share experience? Can we share knowledge? Can we share wisdom? You see, in life, in the modern world, we tend to think of everything in terms of money, but actually far more valuable is time, is insight, is wisdom, is experience. And every single day, each one of us is gaining in experience, something we can share with others to help them fulfill their dream. So for your dream and my dream to lift off, we need to start with the person at the heart of the dream. How do we look after ourselves, mentally and physically? Especially in this time of coronavirus, where many of us are restricted in our movements. How do we keep ourselves feeling positive? How do we keep ourselves feeling focused, challenged, and encouraged? Some of us meditate. Some of us do sport. Some of us garden. Some of us enter our own dream world. Some of us take up writing or online courses. Do something that takes you forward that stimulates and inspires and engages. We need to look after ourselves, because if we're going to carry this dream forward, we can be our worst enemy or our greatest friend. If our dream is going to falter, it is often because of ourselves. We've burnt ourselves out. We've not believed. We've not prepared thoroughly. We've not applied ourselves as much as we should, or maybe too much. We have to strike the right balance. And that comes with time and with experience. We need to listen to our head and our heart. We need to listen to our friends, our neighbors, and those who care about us, or those that we respect. Who it is that you respect? Who is it that I respect? What lessons can they teach us in following our dream with courage, with energy, and with self-belief? I put a link on the sheet that's been sent to you to Martin Luther King's famous "I Have a Dream" speech. So often, all we get quoted are 1 or 2 lines. But I'd urge you, if you have time at some point, to read the whole speech and reflect on it. And imagine that you had been asked to write your having a dream speech, a personal "I have a dream." What would it be? What would it be about? And how would you convince others to buy into your dream, to believe in you? If you don't believe in yourself, you're never going to get anyone believe in your dream. So number 1, we must start with ourselves. Number 2, we need to be realistic. We need to reflect and accept that some dreams might be a dream too far, but there's no harm in trying. So always be practical and realistic. Accept that time is a variable. Some dreams can be achieved in a year. Some dreams will take a lifetime. It depends on the nature of your dream and how quickly you can realize it. What is your dream? How are you preparing for your dream? Have you started preparing for your dream? What do you need to make your dream a reality? Some people need a laptop. They have a laptop, they set up a business online, and away they go. For some people, it is as simple as that. For others, it will involve years of training, qualifications, and saving to pay university and professional qualification fees. Someone's dream might be making food and selling it to street sellers. When I was in Trinidad and Tobago a few years ago, I met a remarkable lady who was one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the island of Trinidad through selling street food. Every day she had hundreds of street sellers selling the food that she and her associates were making. And she was one of the richest people in the country. And she had started from nothing, literally from nothing, from her back kitchen, from making some produce and selling it to her neighbors. That's how she started out. And even though she's made a lot of money now, she stayed doing what she knows best. So that tells us something else about our dream. It pays to run with something that you either know or you're enthusiastic about. Your dream has to live with you 24 hours a day. So you need to be comfortable with your dream. So you need to hold that dream close to you. You cannot tire of it after a week or two, or a month or two, or a year or two. You need to embrace it. You need to love it, to nurture it, to grow it, like a great tree that year on year grows and over time eventually will yield fruit. It might take 5, 10, 20 years until it yields fruit, but eventually the fruit will come. And that will be the fruit of your labors and of my labors. Because, as I also said on the sheet, there's an old saying, and that is, when it comes to success, success is 99% perspiration, in other words, hard work, and 1% inspiration. While the 1% starts with your dream, your inspired idea for a business, for an opportunity, for a career, whatever that may be. What is that 1% for you? What have you seen? What have you observed? What have you admired? Who do you admire? Why do you admire them? Why do you want to be like them? Do you think you could be like them? If so, how? That's where the dream comes in, that magic 1%. That magic 1%. The other 99% is all the time and hard work, the knocking on doors, the emails, the letters, the rejections that you get. And you will get rejections, ladies and gentlemen, as I have. You will get people who don't believe in your idea, don't want to lend you capital, and don't want your product. That is their choice. Don't feel angry with them. Every time one door closes, there's another door to knock, another email to send. Eventually, you will get an acceptance. You will get a breakthrough. You will get a sale, and it will feel sweet. If we need inspiration in this example, and we always do, we always need inspiration. Think of someone like J.K. Rowling, the British author, the author of the Harry Potter books. Her book was rejected by multiple publishing houses. She sent it to many reputable publishers, and they replied. Some of them replied. Some of them didn't even acknowledge her letter. Just imagine for a moment how happy that one publishing house was that they said yes. She didn't just make her dream come true. I would say she probably made their dream come true 1,000 times over. All because they said yes. They believed in her, and together they were able to take a book and transform that into a brand, a global phenomenon. I'm not claiming that any of us are going to be as big as J.K. Rowling or as wealthy as J.K. Rowling, but we can have victories like J.K. Rowling. Every day, every week, every month, every year, we can have small triumphs, positive reactions by email, by phone, people who are willing to listen to us, who are prepared to give us the time or share their expertise and knowledge. We can have lots of little wins, which all add up over time. And we need to savor those little wins, because those little wins are building up our dreams.